Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida Atlantic's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Takes the handoff. It's Terrell. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So FIU's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got a man, it's McCoy.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
To the air, it's Calandria. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, what a cut! And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. Looking to throw again. Moving out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Florida Atlantic races to the line. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Zimmerman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the double.
It's third and goal and third and long. To the air. It's Calandria. Here's the pressure. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Hodges. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Florida International offense is back on the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive reason. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. They're working that left side. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. And he lays out and snags it down the left side. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
14, Florida Atlantic, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll do it himself. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Using his legs, it's Terrell. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that one's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab, it's Terrell. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Here comes the heat. And the timing just a hair off.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. FIU will line up to punt. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air on second down. Quickly complete. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. On over the middle, it's Hodges. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Off the boot, looking for his man. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Owls!
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Back to throw, it's Dyer. He's going to take off. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. 4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in 3rd and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel. And he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the...
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida International.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he puts through the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of what...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's been that kind of day so far for this offense, guys. This quarterback has never had an opportunity because he keeps getting sacked. That now already the 4th sack of the game. We're only in the 2nd quarter. I guess the only good news, he hasn't turned it over yet. He hasn't been forced to throw the ball up into coverage, into a bad spot. He's been good about just eating the football, but they've got to find a way to find some rhythm here in the passing game moving forward.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. If it's working, why change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. The give to the tailback. Makes a man miss. Made him miss again. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Owls moving quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Swings it out to his running back. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Terrell. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the option. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to.
Touchdown! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
To throw, it's Dyer. Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. They send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Reads it, fires complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Touchdown, Panthers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Number 19.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Florida Atlantic, 18.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
Brings up second down.
They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Grabbed in the middle, it's Henry. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Calandria. Catch in the middle, it's Henry. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The offense coughs it up. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
First and 10.
They'll toss it to the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Extending the play. Finds a little space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Hawkins. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating.
Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by 10 to Rutgers. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Flips it out to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He'll keep it himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. FIU will line up to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. He'll start this drive firing. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Touchdown, FIU! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Terrell. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And the Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Here we go. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Punts it out of the air.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be
a shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. FIU will line up to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB strikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's Terrell. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.